Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Podcast Zone. I'm your host, Emma, and today we are bringing you episode 30. Wow, episode 30 already. Thank you so much to all of you for listening, for learning with us, and for practicing your English every single week. Today's topic is office lunch break talk. We're going to talk about lunch at work, the way colleagues chat during their break, and how these conversations can be light, friendly, and sometimes very important for building good relationships at the workplace. So, if you are learning English for work, or if you just want to practice casual, friendly conversation in English, this episode is perfect for you. And of course, as always, I am not alone. With me is my co-host and friend, David. Hi, David.
Hi, Emma. Hello, listeners. I'm really excited for today's topic. Lunch breaks may sound simple, but they are actually one of the best times to connect with colleagues. People talk about food, about life, about work, but in a more relaxed way. And for English learners, these small conversations are a gold mine.
Exactly. Sometimes learners focus only on formal English, like meetings, presentations, or business emails. But the truth is, a lot of workplace relationships are built in informal moments, like the lunch break, coffee breaks, or quick chats near the water cooler.
Right. So today, Emma and I will do something fun. We'll imagine we are colleagues in the same office. We'll role play different lunch break situations. We'll show you how to start a conversation, how to respond politely, how to share food talk, and even how to handle cultural differences.
Yes, and after each role play, we will pause, explain key vocabulary, and give tips so you can use the phrases in real life.
So let's grab our imaginary lunch trays, find a seat in the office cafeteria, and begin.
Emma as a colleague. Hey, David, are you ready for lunch?
Yeah, I was just about to head to the cafeteria. Do you want to come together?
Sure, let's go. I'm starving.
Same here. I had a light breakfast, so I've been waiting for this break.
Do you usually eat in the cafeteria, or do you bring food from home?
It depends. Sometimes I pack a sandwich, but today I didn't have time, so I'll probably grab something from the cafeteria. What about you?
I brought leftovers from yesterday's dinner, pasta with vegetables.
That sounds delicious. I always admire people who bring home-cooked meals. It's healthier and usually tastier.
True, but sometimes I just don't feel like cooking. On those days, the cafeteria is a lifesaver.
Absolutely. Okay, let's sit by the window. It's nice to have some sunlight while eating.
Emma as teacher. Okay, let's pause. In this short scene, you heard some very useful everyday phrases. Are you ready for lunch? A simple, friendly way to invite someone. Do you want to come together? This is more natural than, do you want to go with me in casual talk. I'm starving means I'm very hungry. It's an informal expression. Leftovers, food that remains from a previous meal, usually kept in the fridge and eaten later. The cafeteria is a lifesaver, a casual way to say it is very helpful.
Exactly. Notice also how we used questions like, do you usually, and what about you? These are simple but powerful ways to keep a conversation flowing. If you only talk about yourself, the conversation can die quickly. But if you ask about the other person, you keep it alive.
Emma as colleague. So David, what do you usually eat for lunch at the office?
Well, if I go to the cafeteria, I often choose something simple like grilled chicken with rice. It's filling, but not too heavy.
That sounds good. Do you ever try the salad bar?
Sometimes, yes. But honestly, the salad bar here is a bit boring. Just lettuce, tomatoes, and cucumbers most days.
Haha, true. I tried it once and felt hungry again after 1 hour.
Exactly. Salad is healthy, but if you have a long afternoon of work, you need something with more energy.
I agree. That's why I like pasta. It keeps me full.
What's your favorite office lunch?
Maybe sushi, when I feel like treating myself.
Wow, sushi at the office. That's fancy.
Well, not too fancy. There's a small sushi shop near the office. Sometimes I grab a takeaway box.
That's nice. I think food is one of the easiest topics to talk about with colleagues. Everyone eats, and everyone has opinions about food.
Yes, food is the universal conversation starter. Even if your English level is beginner, you can always say something like, "What are you eating?" "That looks good." "Do you usually bring food from home?" "I like pizza, pasta, salad. What about you?" These are safe, simple, and friendly.
And remember, when you don't know what to say, ask a question. People love to talk about themselves, especially about food.
Emma as colleague. "By the way, David, how's your project going? I heard you had a deadline this week."
Yes, it's been busy, but I managed to finish the report yesterday.
"That's great. Congratulations. Must feel like a relief."
It does. Now I can enjoy lunch without stress.
"Good for you. I think after lunch I'll have to prepare for tomorrow's meeting."
Oh, the client meeting. Do you feel ready?
"Almost. I still need to polish my presentation."
I'm sure you'll do great. You're always well prepared.
David as teacher. Okay, let's break this down. This is a good example of small talk, light, polite conversation that shows interest in your colleague. How's your project going? Simple, friendly, shows you care. Must feel like a relief. Polite empathy. Good for you. A short positive reaction. I'm sure you'll do great. Encouragement.
Exactly. Small talk doesn't have to be deep or complicated. The goal is not to solve problems. It's to make the other person feel comfortable. Emma as colleague. David, when you worked in Japan, what were lunch breaks like there?
Oh, very different. In Japan, many people bring a bento box from home. It's a small, beautifully arranged meal with rice, fish, vegetables, sometimes even fruit.
That sounds amazing. Much healthier than my pasta.
Not always, but yes, it's very balanced. Also, in Japan, people often eat quickly and quietly during lunch. In some offices, it's considered polite not to talk too much while eating.
Wow, that's very different from here, where lunch is almost a social event. People chat, laugh, even talk about weekend plans.
Exactly. So, if you work in another country, it's always good to observe how colleagues behave during breaks. Do they chat a lot? Do they eat together? Or do they eat alone at their desks?
Great point. For learners, remember, every culture has different workplace habits. What is polite in one country may feel strange in another.
Yes. So, the best advice, watch first, then join in. And if you're not sure, you can always ask politely, do people usually eat together here?
So, David, do you remember the first week you joined this office?
Oh, yes. How could I forget? Everything was new, and I was still learning people's names.
Yes. I remember one day at lunch, you asked me if the chips were free.
Oh, don't remind me. That was so embarrassing.
Why embarrassing? It was funny. You asked the cafeteria lady, "Excuse me, are these chips free?"
Yes, but I meant free as in available. I wanted to know if I could take them without paying separately because they were on the side of the counter.
But she thought you were asking if they were free, like no money.
Exactly, and she laughed and said, "No, sir, nothing is free here." Everyone in line chuckled.
See? That's a good example of how English words can cause confusion.
Right, the word free can mean without cost or available. In that moment, I mixed them up.
But you know what? Moments like that actually help us learn. Mistakes stick in our memory.
So true. I never used free incorrectly again after that.
Okay, let's break this down. Funny misunderstandings are very common at work, especially during casual conversations. And you don't need to feel ashamed.
Yes, in fact, sharing a laugh makes you more relatable. Colleagues will remember you in a positive way.
Some useful phrases for handling misunderstandings. "Oh, I meant to say, sorry, I got the word wrong." Haha, that's not what I meant.
Notice how humor is often the best solution. If you laugh at yourself, people will laugh with you, not at you.
So, David, any plans for the weekend?
Actually, yes. I'm going hiking on Saturday with some friends.
That sounds amazing. Where are you going?
There's a trail about 1 hour from the city, beautiful views, waterfalls, and lots of fresh air.
I'm jealous. I'll probably just stay home, do laundry, and maybe binge watch a TV series.
That doesn't sound bad either. Sometimes a quiet weekend is the best.
True. Do you usually hike often?
Not too often, but when the weather is nice, I try. It helps me disconnect from work.
That's great. Do you bring a picnic lunch?
Yes, we usually pack sandwiches, fruit, and lots of water.
Sounds perfect. I'll have to try it sometime.
This is another classic lunchtime topic, weekend plans. It's safe, friendly, and easy.
Yes. Key phrases include, any plans for the weekend? That sounds amazing. I'll probably just... Sometimes rest or relaxation is the best.
Notice that we often use the future tense. I'll probably or I'm going to. This is how we talk about plans in English.
So, David, I notice you often bring fruit with your lunch. Are you on a health kick?
Kind of. I'm trying to eat more balanced meals. Less fried food, more vegetables.
Good for you. I keep telling myself to eat healthier, but pasta and bread always call my name.
Same here. It's not easy, but I've learned that small habits matter. For example, I drink water instead of soda during lunch.
That's smart. I should do that too.
Also, I try to include at least one fruit a day. Today, it's an apple.
Classic choice. An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Exactly. Old saying, but true.
Do people in your family eat very healthily?
Yes, my mother always prepared balanced meals when I was growing up. Lots of vegetables, fish, and soups. That influenced me a lot.
That's great. In my family, food was more about comfort. Lots of fried things, delicious, but not always healthy.
I think balance is the key. A little comfort food, a little healthy food.
Health is another common lunch break topic. It connects naturally with food.
Yes, and it's also a safe way to connect with colleagues without being too personal. Are you on a health kick? Casual, friendly way of asking about healthy habits. Good for you. Positive encouragement. Balance is the key. A nice general statement.
Remember, when talking about health, be polite. Don't judge others. Share your habits, but don't criticize.
Okay, the big question, David. Are you a coffee person or a tea person?
Ugh, that's tough. I like both, but I usually drink coffee in the morning and tea in the afternoon.
Interesting. I'm a full coffee person. I can't survive the day without at least 2 cups.
Haha, coffee lovers always say that. What's your favorite type?
A simple cappuccino. Not too strong, but with milk foam.
Nice. I like black coffee. No sugar, no milk.
Wow, that's hardcore.
Yes, but tea is also wonderful. Green tea after lunch is very refreshing.
I never tried that at the office. Maybe I should.
Definitely. Some colleagues even bring their own tea bags to work.
That's smart. I guess coffee versus tea is like a friendly office rivalry.
Yes, and it's another easy conversation starter. Just ask, do you drink coffee or tea? You'll always get a reaction.
Exactly. And you can always make it playful. A little debate keeps things light and fun.
Hey, David, would you like to try some of my pasta? I brought too much today.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Are you sure?
Of course.
Here, have a little. It's pasta with pesto sauce.
Delicious. Did you make it yourself?
Yes, last night. Cooking is my stress relief.
That's wonderful. You know, in my culture, sharing food is a big part of friendship. If someone offers you food, it means they trust you.
I love that. Food is such a simple way to connect.
Exactly. And when you share, it often starts longer conversations like, what ingredients did you use? Or how do you cook it?
True. Do you ever share your lunch at the office?
Yes, especially when I bring something traditional from home. People are curious and they often want to taste.
Okay, listeners, sharing food at the office can be a wonderful way to build relationships, but it depends on culture.
Yes, in some cultures, sharing is very common. In others, people may prefer personal space. Always observe before offering.
Useful phrases for offering food. Would you like to try some? I brought extra. Please have some. Here, try a bite. It's really good.
And polite ways to respond. Thank you, that's kind of you. Yes, I'd love to try. Thanks, but I'm full right now.
Hey, David, did you hear? The cafeteria is adding a new menu item next week.
Really? What's it going to be?
Apparently tacos.
No way, that's exciting. I love tacos.
Me too. I think everyone will be lining up on the first day.
For sure. Remember when they introduced the pizza slices? People talked about it for a week.
Exactly. That's what I call safe gossip.
Right, talking about office food, events, or funny little changes. Nothing personal, nothing negative.
Yes, because gossip can be dangerous if it's about people.
True. It can hurt feelings or damage trust, but light gossip about cafeteria food, the coffee machine, or the office printer breaking down, that's usually fine.
So, listeners, a tip. It's natural for colleagues to gossip a little, but keep it friendly and safe.
Exactly. Avoid negative talk about people. Stick to topics like food, events, or office quirks.
Phrases you can use are, did you hear? Apparently. No way. Really?
And remember, if the gossip feels personal or negative, it's best to stay quiet or change the subject politely.
So, David, what do you usually do after work? Any hobbies?
Yes, actually. I play the guitar in the evenings. It helps me relax.
That's awesome. Do you play in a band or just for yourself?
Mostly for myself, but sometimes with friends. We jam on weekends.
That's so cool. I've always wanted to play an instrument.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I love painting. After work, I sometimes sit by the window and paint landscapes.
Wow, that's beautiful. Do you ever show your paintings to others?
Not really. It's more private for me, like therapy.
I understand. Hobbies are great because they give us identity outside of work.
Exactly. And lunchtime is a great time to discover what your colleagues love doing.
Yes, talking about hobbies can turn colleagues into friends. And it's an excellent English practice topic because hobbies use simple vocabulary. Do you have any hobbies? In my free time, activity. I've always wanted to try activity.
Also, showing interest is important. Don't just say, oh, nice. Ask follow-up questions like, do you do that often? How did you get into it? Do you share it with others? So, David, you've worked in a few different countries, right?
Yes, I've worked in Spain, Japan, and now here.
Wow, that's impressive. Did lunch breaks feel different in each place?
Very much so. In Spain, lunch is long, sometimes up to 2 hours. People even take a nap called a siesta.
That sounds dreamy.
Yes, in Japan, like I mentioned before, lunch is shorter and quieter. People often bring beautiful bento boxes.
And here, lunch is about 30 to 45 minutes with lots of chatting.
Exactly. Every culture has its own rhythm.
I think learning about these differences helps us be more open at work.
Yes, and it's a great lunchtime conversation starter, like, how is lunch in your country?
So, listeners, if you work in an international office, don't be shy. Ask your colleagues about their food culture.
Yes, people usually love sharing about their traditions.
Phrases you can use are, what's a typical lunch in your country? Do people usually eat together or alone? What's your favorite traditional lunch dish?
These questions not only build connection, they also teach you new vocabulary from other cultures.
So, David, do you have any vacation plans this year?
Yes, I'm planning to visit Italy in the summer. I've always wanted to see Rome and Venice.
That's incredible. Italy is on my bucket list too. What attracts you the most?
The history, the architecture, and of course, the food. Pasta, pizza, gelato. I want to try it all.
That's incredible. Italy is on my bucket list too. What attracts you the most?
The history, the architecture, and of course, the food. pasta, pizza, gelato. I want to try it all.
You'll love it. When I went there 2 years ago, I ate gelato every single day.
That sounds like the perfect holiday. What about you? Any travel dreams this year?
I'm thinking about going to Thailand. I've seen pictures of the beaches, and they look like paradise.
Oh, yes. Thailand is amazing. I went once and the food was unforgettable. Spicy but delicious.
See? Food again. Even when we talk about vacations, it comes back to food.
True. Food is always part of the travel experience.
Travel is another popular lunch break topic. It's exciting and personal, but not too private.
Yes, and you can practice using the future tense in phrases like, I'm planning to, I've always wanted to, one day I'd like to.
It's also nice to react with enthusiasm. That sounds incredible. Wow, lucky you. I'd love to go there too. David, do you ever feel awkward when there's silence during lunch?
Yes, sometimes, especially when you're eating with someone you don't know well.
Right, you don't want to just stare at your food, but you also don't know what to say.
Exactly. But I've learned some tricks. One is to comment on the food. This sandwich is really tasty. That can lead to a conversation.
Good idea. Another trick is to ask about something light, like TV shows, sports, or the weather.
Yes, the weather is the classic one. It's so sunny today. Simple, but it breaks the silence.
And if nothing comes to mind, you can just smile and eat. Silence is not always bad.
True. Sometimes silence is comfortable, especially with close colleagues.
So listeners, don't panic if silence happens. It's natural.
And you can prepare backup questions in your mind, like weekend plans, food, hobbies.
Yes, think of them as conversation rescue tools. David, I notice you always stay positive, even during busy workdays. How do you do it?
Thanks, Emma. Honestly, I try to focus on small, good things, like enjoying lunch or having a quick chat with colleagues.
That's a great mindset.
I think lunch breaks are the perfect time to recharge, not just the body, but also the mind.
I agree. Sometimes I feel stressed, but after laughing with colleagues during lunch, I feel lighter.
Yes, and a kind word can change someone's day. For example, saying, "You did great in the meeting," or "That presentation was impressive."
That's true. Positive talk spreads energy.
Exactly. Negativity is heavy, but positivity is contagious.
So listeners, remember, lunchtime is not just about food. It's also about building a positive atmosphere.
Yes, phrases like, "That's impressive," "Good job on your project," or "You always bring good energy." These small compliments can make a big difference.
Well, David, I think our lunch break is almost over.
Yes, time flies when the conversation is good.
Exactly. I feel more energized now.
Me too. Lunch is not only about eating, it's about connecting.
And I think we've shown our listeners how many topics can come up during a simple office lunch break.
Yes, we talked about food, weekend plans, healthy habits, coffee versus tea, hobbies, culture, travel, and even how to handle silence.
So listeners, the next time you have a lunch break, try one of these phrases. Ask a question, share a story, or give a compliment.
And remember, practice makes progress. The more you talk, the more natural it feels.
Exactly. That's the heart of English learning. Practice in real, everyday situations.
Well, Emma, thank you for another great episode.
Thank you, David. And thank you, dear listeners, for joining us today on the English Podcast Zone.
This was episode 30, Office Lunch Break Talk.
Until next time, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep smiling. Bye.
Bye, everyone.